This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are thrilled to once again return to the gateway to the West, the proud city of St. Louis, Missouri. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Thunderbirds of Boston taking on the Blues of St. Louis. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys already finding themselves in a pretty massive hole, 0-3 to start the new year. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Which of these 0-3 teams will visit the win column for the first time? We'll see. We're underway here in Week 4. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. When you look at this defense, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
From the gun on third down, Pearson. He finds his man, complete. That's Atkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up first and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things.
And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Blues are on the board first here this afternoon. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Now for the point after. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Weaver. When you look at this defense, they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Great way to... Convert on 3rd down there, 21 yards the play.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And an Austin first down.
On first down, Gaffney. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On the ground, DJ Giddens. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Makes the score.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And a St. Louis first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead they run up the middle here. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
2nd and 13. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now third down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
Sets up fourth down.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Now this offense about ready to take over again. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
It's a loss
second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up third and 5 now.
Brings up third and 5.
Back to throw. Pearson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And that is going to sail wide right. It's no good. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with third and 9 looming.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and 9. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Incomplete.
Now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Boston's offense ready to go again. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw. Winters. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by David Ojabo. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
Intercepted.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. LaQuint Allen, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Blues are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
The score, Blues 17.
Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take. Over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. He finds his man, complete. It's Ortiz. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Green. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down the right sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This defense, 3 interceptions now, and Charles, obviously that one for the pick 6. That gives them a 3-possession lead, and they are really in the driver's seat.
Makes you imagine what that lead could become with another half of football left to play, because the way they're getting after it, partner, 30 points, 40 points, even 50 points, that type of a lead, not out of the question, and neither is another pick 6.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
To number 19.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
For an Austin first down.
Let's go now.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard
Go,
line.
set, go.
Here's a give up the middle. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down. Green. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And here's Ethan Evans now. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Going for a right side here, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready? 6.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. Pearson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Pearson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Get up. Cougar 19.
Off the play fake. Pearson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And 3rd and 8 now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Austin's offense ready to go again. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
At the 30-yard line.
Off play action. Green. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down. A gain of 7. And an
Off the play fake. Green. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Oh, that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And they will take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Pearson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 4. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw. Pearson. Allen here on the screen. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 15 and a first.
That's good for a St. Louis first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Off play action. Pearson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the 26-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Now the try here for the point after. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The offense back out there at the line. And ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hanson. It is our EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott, take it away.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. So this a two-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. He stiff arms it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Now they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They'll swing this out to Giddens.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Over the middle, complete. It's Weaver. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Thunderbirds.
Here we go, Shaq.
He'll keep it himself. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw. Green. They set up the screen for Giddens. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off the play fake. Green. To the right side and complete to Washington. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
18 on the play.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Thunderbirds are back within a score. Well, there you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
The try here for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Makes the score Blues 24.
That time a 6-play drive.
17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First down and
Now we
10.
take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try to make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
He's tackled at
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Here we go. Here we go.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. Now he's free at the 35. And down to the 16-yard line. 102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's good for a St. Louis first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They needed less than a foot, and they got a lot more feet than that. Quite a run there on third and short.
On the jump.
As a running back, you love when the defense is stacked near the line of scrimmage. You know it's going to be heavy slogging in the beginning, but if you break free, nothing but green grass ahead of you.
Smooth sailing and a big run because of it. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Third down and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
60 back.
From the gun on third down. Pearson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
On the ready. Go. Go.
On the give, it's Vidal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Set. Crap goal 80.
Back to throw. Pearson. The quick slant caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation.
Now third and goal.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Let go.
Looking to throw. Pearson. And it's caught. Touchdown. From a yard out. And the Blues go up by 2 touchdowns. circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Boston's offense ready to go again. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
To throw is Green. Off the play fake. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Green now from the gun on third down. And that's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And take it right on the 30. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And here now the offense heading back out there. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Pearson. And he's got his man in stride. Complete.
Complete to number 87. A 5-yard gain. Brings up second down at the 26-yard line.
That would carry for Allen. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. 3rd and 12.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
Looking to throw. Pearson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Boston's offense ready to go again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line.
on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
Off play action. Green. That's taken in by Weaver. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down.
At the 44-yard line.
Let's go now.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4.
On the double. Go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
19 Tiger.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
They'll run with Allen. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
At the 42-yard line.
They stay on the ground with Allen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 125 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's another St. Louis first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Liking 18.
A run. Here's Vidal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
At the 25-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Back to throw. Pearson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
And the 11.
Looking to throw. Pearson. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Boston's offense ready to go again. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Green throwing to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. From the 35, here's the second down and 6.
Second and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Green. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at the 34-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
A gain of 2.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
And 8 yards to go.
From the gun on third down, Rhodes. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. This will be from 49 yards out. And this will not have the distance to get there. Short, no good, just under the crossbar, and the lead will stay put at 17. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete.
David Ojabo able to record. His 5th sack of the season.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him and getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. But no reason not to try it there, and they do. Indeed. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout.
Okay, ready?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
Back to throw. Winters. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ortiz. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 11-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Thunderbirds have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score.
A drive that time of 6 plays.
Thunderbirds 24.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now a stoppage here. We'll get another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
A loss of a yard.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 10, 2:05 to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Off the play fake. Winters. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be out right at the 35. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Finding Washington. 2nd and 6 coming up. Now they'll change things up.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Off play action. Winters. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Here's 1st down.
That's another Boston 1st down. A gain of 47 yards. 1st down, Thunderbirds.
Off the play fake. Winters. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ortiz.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Yeah, this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Blues.
So that drive in total 8 plays.
31.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away.